So good morning, all of you. So just location is changed. Okay. So anyway, in last class we completed ethers, alkyl ether. That means acyclic ethers and cyclic ethers. So next in this chapter, that last subtopic, that is phenols. So in this case, again we discuss the some simple compounds of the phenolic compounds, and next preparation methods of the phenol and properties of the phenol. So generally in case of the phenol, that OH group is directly attached to the benzene ring. Now in case of the alcohols, OH is not directly attached to the phenol. For suppose in this case, this OH is directly attached to the benzene. For suppose this OH is attached to the aliphatic hydrocarbon bond. It is not a aromatic ring, it is a aromatic ring. Now this is the phenol. Okay. Now this is the alcohol. This is classified as a alcohol. This is classified as a phenol. If OH is directly attached to the benzene ring, that is a phenol. If OH is not directly attached to the benzene ring, that means other than benzene ring. For suppose here, this isopropyl alcohol, N-propyl alcohol, all these are the alcohols. Okay, these compounds are the alcohols. Here there is slight difference here. Here OH is a functional group, here OH is a function. Okay, but here there is a classification different. Here it's a phenolic compound. OH directly attached to the sp2 carbon is nothing but benzene. In this case here OH is attached to the sp3 carbon. Of course here this vinyl alcohol, sorry, this one. Okay, for suppose this compound is alcoholic compound. Okay, it's not a phenolic compound actually. Okay, of course this compound is not stable in this form. So generally it is readily converted to this. Okay. Now this is classified as a enol, en plus ol enol, and it is a keto form. Okay. Here OH is not directly attached to the benzene ring. If OH is directly attached to the benzene ring, that is a phenol compound. For suppose here this one OHCH3, this is a phenolic compound. This is phenolic compound, and this specific compound is named as a orthocresol. The specific compound is named as a orthocresol. Okay. Now here, for suppose here to this compound, the same molecular formula, we can write this compound as benzyl alcohol. This is benzyl alcohol, but not phenol. This compound is not a phenol because your OH is not directly attached to the benzene. Your OH is directly attached to the benzene, so it is a phenolic compound. That means it is classified as a phenol, and this is classified as an alcohol. It is a benzyl alcohol. Here OH is not directly attached to the benzene ring. Okay, it's a benzyl alcohol. Same molecular formula. So here what is the isomeric relationship between these two? We can say these are the structural isomers, and you can say specifically these are the functional group isomers. Okay, these are the functional group isomers. Okay, why these are called as the functional group isomers? We can understand in a phenolic compounds, because here if benzene directly attached to the OH, this compound has a completely different properties from the aliphatic alcohols. Okay, but suppose here it is alcohol, it is a phenol. This one, these two compounds have a completely different properties. Okay, so that's why these considered as a functional groups, because here the chemical activity, the chemical reactivity and chemical reactions are completely different. That's why these are the functional group isomers. That means here this OH group functionate the molecule in a chemical properties. That's why these two compounds are considered as a functional group isomers. Okay, these compounds have a different chemical properties. So generally isomers are considered as the compounds which have a different properties are the isomers. That means those compounds have a same molecular formula. So in this case, a same molecular formula but different properties. Okay. So in this case, orthocresol and its positional isomer. Let us say its positional isomer. This is a metagresol. This one is a metagresol, and this OH CH3, this is paraglycerol. Okay, orthoglycerol, metaglycerol, paraglycerol. What is the IUPAC name of this compound? Here in this case 1, 2, 3 because it is a functional group. So generally this is named as a 4-methyl phenol. We can say 4-methyl phenol. Or here another compound, another name is paramethyl phenol. Paramethyl phenol. This 4-methyl phenol is the IUPAC name. Paramethyl phenol is the trivial name, and this is also trivial name. Okay. So if you use the ortho, meta, para, those are considered as a common names. Okay, trivial names. If we can specify the position of that alkyl group with the number 4, there is a 4-methyl phenol, it is a IUPAC name. Okay, this type of example also we discussed in alkali halides. Okay, this is the metaglycerol or 3-methyl phenol or metamethyl phenol. 3-methyl phenol is the IUPAC name. Okay, and next this is the orthoglycerol, that means a 2-methyl phenol or orthomethyl phenol. And now here this phenol compound is also known as a carbolic acid. Okay, this is also known as a carbolic acid. Very very important, carbolic acid. Or we can name it benzene plus ol, benzenol. And now here we know this one, methyl alcohol. This is known as a carbinol. It is known as a carbinol and it is known as a carbolic acid. Okay, we have to observe this difference. And now H2CO3, this is carbonic acid. H2CO3 is a carbonic acid. Okay, H2CO3 is a carbonic acid. And now for suppose C double bond O and H2. This is urea. No? This compound is the urea. This urea compound is also known as a carbamide. Okay, this urea compound is known as a carbamide. Okay, and here another compound with the same name, double bond O, OH. This is NH2. This is carbamic acid. Okay, this is carbamic acid. Okay, all these names are very closely related. Carbamic acid, this is the carbamide, urea, this is the carbonic acid, this is the carbinol, this is the carbolic acid. Okay, this is the carbolic, this is the carbonic, this is a carbamide, this is a carbamic acid, this is a carbinol. Okay, all names are very close each other. Okay, so here in this case, so let us discuss some more names of the phenolic compounds. Here, if OH, here OH, 2 OH groups, this is known as a catechol. Okay, that is known as a catechol, and its IUPAC name is benzene 1,2 diol. Benzene 1,2 diol. If 2 OH groups are attached to the catechol, if one is the OH, one is the CH3, that is a glycerol, orthoglycerol, metaglycerol, and paraglycerol. And then here, if 2 OH groups present at the meta position, this is known as a resorcinol. Okay, resorcinol. If 2 OH groups present at the 1/4 position, this is known as a quinol. Okay, it's a quinol. Now, if 3 OH groups are attached to the benzene, if 3 OH groups are attached to the benzene, this is known as a pyrogalol. That is known as a pyrogalol. Pyrogalol. If 3 OH groups are present at the 135 positions, okay, 135 position, this is known as a chloroglucinol. Chloroglucinol. If 3 OH groups present at the 1 to 4 position, okay, 1 to 4 position, this is known as a, actually without this OH group, it is a quinol. So there is additionally one OH group, so it can be named as a hydroxyphenol. And what is the IUPAC name of this compounds here? Benzene 1,2,4 triol. Okay, benzene 1,2,4 triol. benzene 1,2,4 triol. That is the IUPAC name. Okay. If three OH groups are attached. If two OH groups are attached, catechol, resorcinol, phenol. If one is the OH, one is the methyl, orthoglycerol, metaglycerol, and paraglycerol. If two are the alkyl groups, we know this one. If two are the alkyl groups, CH3, this CH3. This is named as orthoxylene. Orthoxylene. And next to metaxylene. And then paraxylene. Okay. If benzene ring is attached to the OCH3, this is known as the anisole. Okay. If benzene ring is attached to the C2H5, this is known as a phenatol. Okay. Anisole and phenatol. Okay. Anisole and phenatol. For example, here, this orthoglycerol, OH and CH. This orthoglycerol and this is anisole. What is the relation between these two compounds? Okay, here in this case there is a OH group, in this case ether group. These two are the functional group isomers. Those two are the functional group isomers. Okay, so it is the simple names or some names of the some phenolic compounds. Okay, all these are the phenolic compounds. Okay, it is a phenolic compound, it is a phenolic compound. Okay, because your OH is directly attached to the benzene. So it is simple compound is known as a phenol. Okay, so write down. Okay, so next preparation methods of the phenol. So in this case, first from the benzene ring, we can prepare the phenol by some direct reactions. Is nothing but oxidation reaction. The benzene is oxidized to phenol in this case by reacting with O2, 0.5 O2, and in the presence of the vanadium pentoxide catalyst at 300 degrees centigrade. And next 4.5 moles of O2, the same catalyst, and further at a high temperature that will give the maleic acid. Okay, this is maleic anhydride. This is maleic anhydride. Okay, it is a maleic anhydride. You know that maleic acid. This is the maleic acid. Cis isomer is the maleic acid. Its anhydride is a maleic anhydride. This is maleic acid. Its anhydride is maleic anhydride. Okay, that is a maleic anhydride. So with 4.5 O2 vanadium pentoxide, that gives a maleic anhydride, and with the Fenton's reagent. Okay, it is strange to our chemistry. So in the so-far chemistry, here in this case, Fenton's reagent, FeSO4 and H2O2. It is known as a Fenton's reagent. Here benzene on reaction with Fenton's reagent, you will get the phenol. Okay, it is one preparation method for the phenol. And next, another preparation method by fusing. Okay, by fusion of sodium salt of benzene sulfonic acid. Benzene sulfonic acid. A fusion of sodium salt of benzene sulfonic acid. So actually here, the benzene sulfonic acid, or suppose this one I'm treating with H2SO4. Here concentrated H2SO4, sulfonation takes place. So S double bond O, OH. This is the benzene sulfonic acid. Okay, it is a benzene sulfonic acid. This benzene sulfonic acid on treating with NaOH, acid base reaction takes place. Okay, ONA. So loss of H2O in this case. Here OH, there is acidic hydrogen. This OH minus basic one. So removal of the H plus from the benzene sulfonic acid. So you will get the sodium salt of the benzene sulfonic acid. Okay, sodium benzene sulfonate. Sodium benzene sulfonate. Okay, sodium benzene sulfonate. So again here, this one on heating with NaOH. Furtherly, this one on heating with NaOH, we will get the ONA. Okay, sodium phenoxide. The sodium phenoxide. Okay. So in this case, actually here, the product is NaHSO3. Okay, NaHSO3. In this case here ONA, that means ONA S double bond S double bond. That means here the remaining hydrogen. So here remaining hydrogen plus here this group, the sodium bisulfite. Okay, sodium bisulfite. Now here in this case on acid workup, that means here HCl. This is sodium phenoxide. It's not a phenol. The sodium phenoxide on reaction with the HCl, we will get the phenol plus NaCl. Okay, so phenol is the final compound. So generally reaction మనం ఎలా రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తామంటే benzene sulfonic acid SO3Na on a heating with NaOH followed by acid workup, you will get the phenol. Okay, you will get the phenol. The mechanism I am not discussing, so mechanism is not necessary. Okay, so in this case a sodium benzene sulfonate, so on heating with NaOH you will get the phenol. Okay, very simple. So generally here benzene on treating with concentrated H2SO4. Okay, concentrated H2SO4 will get the benzene sulfonic acid. Here another method, of course it is the aromatic alcohol substitution reaction. Another method that is nothing but heating with oleum. Okay, heating with oleum. Oleum means here H2SO4 plus SO3 is nothing but H2S2O7. Benzene on heating with oleum will get the benzene sulfonic acid. On adding NaOH you will get the benzene sulfonate. Okay, sodium benzene sulfonate. So here this one furtherly heating with NaOH, it is replaced by the OH. Okay, and removal of the NaHSO3. Already NaSO3 and your hydrogen NaHSO3, sodium bisulfite, and followed by on heating with the HCl we will get the phenol. Okay, so it is a direct reaction. It is a overall reaction representation. For suppose here the benzene on heating with oleum, benzene on heating with oleum at 200 degrees centigrade, at 200 degrees centigrade, disulfonation takes place. Here SO3 is electron withdrawing group. SO3H is the electron withdrawing. So here due to presence of the electron withdrawing group, next incoming alkophile attacks at the meta position. So at 200 degrees centigrade here, disulfonation takes place. So here SO3 is the meta directing group. So next alkophile substitution takes place at the meta position. So now here this one on heating with NaOH. NaOH excess heating followed by acid workup. Followed by acid workup. In this case your product is OH. Resorcinol is the product. Okay, resorcinol is the final product. For example here another reaction. This is the toluene. This toluene on treating with the benzene H2SO4, we will get the para product is the major. SO3H, para is the major. Because here in this case here SO3H group is a bulkier group. So next is that incoming alkophile attacks at the para position then at the ortho position. So here major product is a para. So now here this one heating with NaOH. Heating with NaOH followed by acid workup. So then product is CH3 and here OH. That means here paraglycerol is the product. Paraglycerol is the okay. They are the two preparation methods for the phenol. Okay, write down. Okay. So next, another preparation method for the phenol from the Grignard reagent. Okay. A third preparation method from Grignard reagent. Okay. So here generally here already we discussed this reaction in a Grignard reagent reactions. So generally here that phenyl magnesium bromide on heating with, on treating with O2. Okay, that means here that phenyl magnesium bromide is oxidized with atmospheric oxygen. So we will get the peroxide MgBr. We will get the peroxide. Now here this peroxide on further treating with that means excess of phenyl magnesium bromide. So we will get the PHOMgBr. Okay, 2 moles of oxy compound. Now this one on acid workup or on a hydrolysis, we will get the phenol and OH. So 2 moles of the phenolic compound is formed. Okay. Or suppose here this one on treating with Cl and Br. That means here magnesium tetrahydrofuran heating. So in this case here magnesium insertion takes place between carbon and bromine. It is a weaker bond of formation of the Grignard reagent. So now here this one on heating with O2 followed by hydrolysis. Okay, atmospheric oxidation followed by hydrolysis. Then in this place here we can write the OH. Okay, phenolic compound. So actually this is the reaction. So phenyl magnesium bromide on treating with O2 will get the peroxide, and this one on further reaction with phenyl magnesium bromide. That means in this case here we have to use excess of the phenyl magnesium bromide. Okay, na? So that's it. So followed by hydrolysis. This oxy compound on a hydrolysis that gives a phenol and MgBrOH. Of course, there is a side product, we can skip that one. Okay. So it is a preparation method of the phenol from Grignard reagent. And next here another one from diazonium salt. From benzene diazonium salt. Already you know this reaction. So now here this aniline on treating with NaNO2 plus HCl at 0 to 5 degree centigrade or HNO2 again 0 to 5 degree centigrade. Okay. So actually here which reaction takes place? It is a diazotization reaction. In a diazotization that NH2 is converted to N2 plus and Cl minus. Now here this one on heating with water at more than 10 degrees centigrade. At more than 10 degrees centigrade. Actually at 0 to 5 degrees centigrade it is stable. With increasing temperature it is decomposed. Now here adding water, so that is replaced by the OH. OH, HCl and N2. Okay, phenol is the product. Okay, phenol is the product. So actually here in this case, this reaction takes place through the AR-SN1 mechanism. Okay, AR-SN1 mechanism. We completed in aryl halides topic. Okay, AR-SN1 mechanism. Diazotization. The conversion of the aniline into benzene diazonium chloride is known as a diazotization. Okay, is known as diazotization. This benzene diazonium chloride on treating with water, on heating with water, will get the phenol. Just at more than 10 degrees centigrade, it is decomposed and attacked by the water molecule, gives a phenol. Okay, AR-SN1 mechanism. In this case here, phenyl is the carbocation. Phenyl carbocation is in here. Okay, మనం అక్కడ డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం. Phenyl carbocation. Now it is attacked by the nucleophile, followed by deprotonation. You will get the phenol. Okay, it is another preparation method. Okay, for suppose here one more application. This CH3 and this CH3 and NO2. Okay, so this one I'm treating with tin and HCl. Okay, tin and HCl. With the tin and HCl, that NO2 is reduced to NH2. CH3 NH2. Okay, this CH3 NH2 I'm treating with HNO2 0 to 5 degree centigrade. It is converted to benzene diazonium salt N2 plus. Okay, now here this one on further heating with water that in the place of N2 there is a OH. This is the orthoglycerol. Okay, orthoglycerol. There is another preparation method for the phenol. And next, fifth preparation method, it is a direct decarboxylation reaction. Here OH, COOH. Okay, OH, COOH. This is actually known as the orthosalicylic acid. This is orthosalicylic acid. Okay, this orthosalicylic acid on treating with NaOH and CO, sodium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide. It is a decarboxylation reaction. It is used for the decarboxylation. Okay, so here the decarboxylation takes place. Okay, loss of CO2 is a decarboxylation by heating with soda lime. This mixture is known as a soda lime. Okay, that's it. Orthosalicylic acid to phenol. Okay, there is one preparation method. Decarboxylation of the sulfonic acid. And next, another one is a very important method. Dienone phenol rearrangement. Okay, dienone phenol rearrangement. Dienone phenol rearrangement. That means here this diene compound. This is the dienone. These are the hydrogens. Okay, they are the hydrogens. This dienone. Okay, diene plus one. That's a dienone. Its IUPAC in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means here cyclohexa 2,5 diene plus one. Diene plus one. Dienone 2,5 dienone. Okay. So here this dienone on treating with dilute acid. For suppose you dilute H2SO4. Okay, dilute H2SO4. By treating with dilute H2SO4, it is converted to, okay, it is converted to simply phenol. It is a dienone phenol rearrangement. It is a dienone phenol rearrangement. How this reaction takes place? Okay, how this reaction takes place? So in this case here, first H2SO4 dissociate to H plus and HSO4 minus. That is a proton donor. Now here it is a dienone. It is a double bond of dienone. So first a protonation of this oxygen takes place. Okay, the protonation of this oxygen takes place. Double bond, OH plus this one. Okay, so protonation takes place. Now here this oxygen becomes electron deficient. This oxygen becomes electron deficient. So transfer of electrons takes place to the oxygen. So now in this case, we will get the carbocation. OH plus pi bond and pi bond. Okay, and then immediately these pi electrons transfer to this positively charged carbon. This OH pi bond here plus here hydrogen and here hydrogen. Now here by the H minus migration, so actually in this case, in this reaction, okay, so in this case here plus, just here loss of H plus minus H plus, the loss of H plus. Here by loss of H plus this carbon carries a positive charge. That means, sorry, by loss of H plus this carbon carries a negative charge. So negative positive pi bond. So we will get the very stable product, that is the aromatic product. It is a phenol. Okay, it is a dienone phenol rearrangement. Dienone phenol rearrangement. Okay, in the presence of the acid medium, first protonation, that gives a carbocation. By transfer of this pi electrons, we will get the further one carbocation, and here by loss of H plus, we will get the phenol. It is a dienone phenol rearrangement. Okay, some more examples are there, we will discuss. So first write down. Okay. So next year we will discuss some more examples of the dienol phenol reactions. Okay. So in this case, double bond O. This is CH3 and CH. Okay. CH3 and CH. Or suppose here hydrogen in the presence of the acid medium. In the presence of acid medium. So in this case here, first here OH plus and pi bond. This is the methyl and this is the. Now in this case OH here pi bond. So next here carbocation is formed. Here CH3 here hydrogen. Loss of H plus. So we'll get the phenol. Okay. That means here paraglycerol. Now so one different example. Double bond O CH3 and CH3. In the presence of acid medium, the presence of acid medium, protonation of this oxygen takes place. Okay, first here, protonation of this oxygen. So then here, we'll get the positively charged oxygen, transfer of pi electrons, then transfer of pi electrons. So here OH, pi bond, in this case positive. Here CH3 and CH3. So actually here there is no chance for the loss of H plus. Okay, if there is a hydrogen, by loss of H plus, there is a formation of the pi bond. Okay, but in this case here there is no chance for the formation of the pi bond by loss of H plus. So now here this CH3 minus migration takes place. So CH3 minus shift. CH3 minus shift. So here OH pi bond. In this case methyl and now methyl. Now this one carries a positive. So actually here on this carbon there is a one hydrogen. On this carbon there is a one hydrogen. So here in this case the loss of H plus takes place. Loss of H plus. So pi bond, OH here pi bond, CH3 and CH. So that is the product. Okay, that's it. Now first suppose another example, double bond O, CH3 and now CH2CH. So in the presence of acid medium, okay, so listen this reaction carefully, somewhat different. First here protonation takes place, okay. So protonation of this oxygen, then this carbon carries a positive charge, transfer of pi electrons, then this carbon carries a positive. Now here there is a one methyl group and there is a ethyl group. Methyl and ethyl. Between these two here one group must be migrated. Between these two one group must be migrated. So OH pi bond. Now here if ethyl is migrated, CH2 CH. This is the carbocation. If ethyl is migrated, okay, CH2 CH3 migrated. Now if CH3 minus shift, okay, is the key step of the reaction. CH3 minus shift, CH2 CH3. This is the plus. Okay. So actually here between these two, which carbocation is most stable? Okay. Which carbocation is most stable? So it is a carbocation formed when ethyl is migrated. It is a carbocation formed when methyl is migrated. So between these two, which is a more stable, the based on the stability of the carbocation after migration, we can migrate the one specific group. Here in this case here, traditionally 3 alpha hydrogens. Here in this case here, just 2 alpha hydrogens. So which carbocation is most stable? This carbocation is the most stable. Okay. So that's why here ethyl migration only takes place. Okay, ethyl migration only takes place. Then here the loss of H plus takes place. The loss of H plus, so that means here formation of the aromatic ring. So here CH3 and CH2 CH. Okay, that is a major product. Okay, the based on the carbocation stability after migration, we can decide the which group is migrated. So ethyl can be migrated or methyl can be migrated. If ethyl is migrated, this is the carbocation. If methyl is migrated, this is the carbocation. So between these two, which is the most stable? Okay. So this is the most stable because 3 alpha hydrogens, 3 hyperconjugated structures. In this case here, 2 alpha hydrogens, 2 hyperconjugated structures. It is the less stable, it is the most stable. So this one ethyl is migrated in this case. Okay, so దీని పాయింట్ బేస్ చేసుకుని కొన్ని ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ మీరు చేయండి. Double bond O, Cl and CH. Okay, sorry, Cl and OH. Okay, here either Cl or OH can be migrated. Either Cl or OH can be migrated. Okay, this is one example. And next here, double bond O. This one CH3 and this one phenyl. Okay, see this. Here double bond O. Then in this case phenyl. Here C double bond O, OET. One is the ester group, one is the phenyl group. Okay, one is the ester group, one is the phenyl group. So CH3, you can take CH3 also. Okay, so that is one example. And next double bond O, double bond O. Here I am taking 5 membered. Here 5 membered ring converted to 6 membered. Okay, then loss of photon takes place. So let us discuss this example. So first of all, here protonation takes place. OH here positive. So a ring expansion takes place. Okay, the 5 membered ring is converted to 6 membered. Here carries a positive charge. So here OH pi bond, pi bond. So then this here there is a hydrogen. Okay, ఈ కార్బన్ దగ్గర హైడ్రోజన్ ఉంటుంది కదా. So loss of H plus OH pi bond, pi bond, pi bond. So that is the final product. Okay, we can write these products. So I am giving another example. Double bond O. Here CH3, CH3 and CH3. Okay. Okay, write the product. It is a very interesting reaction. Okay, so it does some different product. Okay, actually, what you think the product that is not a real product in this reaction. So one different product is formed. So write the product and send to me. Okay, that's it. Now for suppose next double bond O. This is CH3. Sorry. This is ethyl C2H5 and the hydrogen H plus. Okay, so write down the dienone phenol rearrangement. Okay, so next another preparation method. It's a very important preparation method. Cumene hydroperoxide process. Cumene hydroperoxide process. Okay, cumene hydroperoxide process, or is also called as a Huck method. HOCK, Huck method. Okay, so very important method for the scene, and for our object exam also is very important. So what is the cumene actually? CH3, CH3. It is a cumene. That means here the isopropyl group. Benzene attached to the isopropyl group. Now this isopropyl on atmospheric oxidation. Okay, atmospheric oxidation. Here CH bond breaking, that means symmetrical bond breaking of this CH takes place. CH3 and CH3. Okay, symmetrical bond breaking of CH and insertion of this oxygen takes place. Insertion of third oxygen. That means here, in this case, C radical, H radical, and oxygen variant. Okay, the combination of this oxygen, that insertion of the oxygen takes place between CH by homolytic breaking. Generally, under photolight or heating, a radical are produced. So, benzyl radical is more stable. So, first here, benzyl radical is more stable. CH3 and CH3, and here H radical, then insertion of the oxygen. So homolytic breaking of this oxygen takes place, will get the diradical. So this oxygen radical combines with the hydrogen radical, this oxygen radical combines with the carbon radical, will get the cumene hydroperoxide. So actually it is a hydroperoxide. So there is a peroxy linkage in this case. There is a peroxy linkage. It is a cumene hydroperoxide. Cumene hydroperoxide. Okay. So now here, this one on hydrolysis. This one on hydrolysis will get the phenol. Class CH3C double bond O CH. Okay. Na? So in this case, phenol and acetone. CH3CO CH. Okay. Of course, there is a mechanism for this reaction and some applications are there. So that applications are important for the advanced exam. So we'll discuss in class. Okay. So it is a simple method for the preparation of the phenol, and we can get the acetone also. Okay. So cumene on treating with O2, you will get the cumene hydroperoxide. This one on hydrolysis will get the phenol and acetone. So here in this case here, up to this one, here JEE advanced question. Okay, JEE advanced question in 2015, I think. Okay, so one of the important method. Okay, cumene on treating with O2 will get the cumene hydroperoxide. This one on hydrolysis will get the phenol. Now here, for suppose in this reaction, so preparation of cumene, how to prepare the cumene? So you know this reaction. So benzene on treating with isopropyl chloride, here AlCl3. AlCl3. So just here loss of AlCl3 will get the isopropyl carbocation. So now it is acting as alkophile. That alkophile can replace the H plus alkophile. So isopropyl benzene is the product. Okay. Or this one on treating with N-propyl chloride in the presence of AlCl3. The presence of AlCl3, we will get the primary carbocation. Primary by H plus migration, we get the secondary carbocation. It is a primary carbocation and it is a secondary carbocation. So this one attack on the benzene. That means that can replace the H plus alkophile. So we will get the isopropyl benzene. Okay, H plus alkophile replaced by the that isopropyl alcohol. And another preparation method for the cumene. This benzene on treating with propene in the presence of acid. For example, HL. The presence of acid HL. So here in this case here, protonation of this takes place. CH3, this one H. Transfer of electrons to this carbon, this one carries a negative. So that negatively charged carbon attacked by the H plus. So here carbocation. There is isopropyl carbocation that can replace hydrogen on the benzene. So that is the preparation method of the isopropyl. Isopropyl benzene, that is nothing but cumene. Okay, isopropyl benzene is nothing but cumene. On atmospheric oxidation followed by hydrolysis, will get the phenol. Okay, so that is another preparation method for the phenol. Okay, right now.